We found that you create the OPERACY, and it seems that you are the father of the OPERACY program.
Grandfather.
Yeah. So you train a lot of people in Cambodia and maybe other countries in the regions. In the simple term, can you explain to us what is the OPERACY?
In the simple term, the purpose of OPERACY is to make us a better, a more successful, and a happier person, right? So the longer term definition of OPERACY is a scale of one person, individual person, to become more successful, but at the same time by self-regulating their behavior and by leading other people also to become successful. So that's the more fuller definition of OPERACY.
Okay, so why did you create OPERACY program in Cambodia?
It started long before Cambodia. I started in 1992 in the Philippines actually, because I was very frustrated that when we conduct a lot of training and spend a lot of money on people, invested in the training, only very small number of people actually do what they know. Eventually, I come to the realization that they did not do what they know, not because they don't know, but because the mindset blocking them from doing it, right? So that is when I started to develop OPERACY. But also, when I come to many countries like Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, I noticed one thing. Many people keep telling me, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I have to do this because I don't have a choice. And many people feel hopeless. So then, this is my opportunity also to make the training to help people to understand that success is a choice. Happiness is a choice, and then make them feel more hopeful about the future.
Okay, so when did you bring OPERACY to Cambodia?
Like I said, in 1997 I started, right, in Cambodia, and then but at that time only very light. I started seriously in 1999. The OPERACY training itself consists of 3 parts, right? Also the OPERACY books. The first part is to talk about the concept of success. The second part is to ask the question why people fail and how people become successful. And the third part help us to change from unsuccessful to successful person. Mainly by this time, if you follow the training properly, the mind already start to open, the mindset already start to change.
So what type of people should take the OPERACY course?
I think everybody, I'm a bit biased because I created the OPERACY, but I believe that everybody should take OPERACY, because even the successful people, I think they want to be more successful. Yeah? Sometimes successful people are not very happy, So sometimes happy people not very successful. So OPERACY help us to have both at the same time. So we train OPERACY starting from primary school age, high school, university, up to the level of senior government official. We have trained, provided OPERACY almost to most of the ministries in Cambodia. Yes, it is, like I said, OPERACY is key to personal empowerment, so personal self-empowerment. Let's talk about power, all of us, to be successful and happy, to have power to control our life, to control our destiny. Many people feel they cannot control their life, so they lost power. So OPERACY helped them to recover and to regain that, the belief that I can control my life. But there is certain step that we have to do. So yes, it is a self-development course actually.
Okay, then lead me to follow-up questions about what is the difference of the OPERACY course in other course in the market?
Right. There are many good similarity between OPERACY and other courses. For example, there are very close similarity between OPERACY and Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You know, when you see there's similarity, but there are also many major difference. Many development courses based on copying or modeling other human, other successful and good human. But humans are not perfect, you know. Sometimes they also fail, right? So I start to look for some model that are more sustainable and more successful, and I found one model that is the universe itself. So OPERACY, unlike most other different self-development training, focus on developing success using universe as a model, because it is the most successful and the most universal of a successful and the most sustainable model there is. And basically, the forest, the ocean, the stars, the small atom, you and I, we are part of the universe. So in order to be successful, we have to obey the law of the universe. So that is what OPERACY is based on. I call it the law of universal governance with its 5 principles. So the 5 principles is in order to be successful. If you look at the forest, if you look at the ocean, you look at the animal kingdom, and you and I, all of us obey the 5 principles. Number 1 is change. You and I continue change from babies to adulthood and then to old age, and then we pass away. So continue change. And this is no different than what the Lord Buddha said, you know. He said, life is change, there is nothing is permanent, right? We suffer if we insist things should be the same all the time. So we have to accept everything change, but to be successful, we have to change continually. Number 2 is differentiation or diversity. So if you look around us, around the earth, you know, the forest, the ocean, there are many different animals, different fish, different, even different sunset, you know, different cloud. There is nothing the same. So we have to obey that. What it means is, to be successful, we have to learn many different knowledge. We must not discriminate against people, different religion, different economic background. We have to treat them all the same. And this is in the Buddhism also, right? And then number 3 is all the differences, like go back to differentiation. If you look at our body, we have nose different than the eyes different. If all our body consists of nose everywhere, we die. Because this law of universal governance, is the law of life. It's the law that created the life, is the law that maintains the life. So in life, everything is different, right? And so number 3 is all the different parts of my body must work together as one. So my heart have to work with my brain. If it cannot do that, or refuse to do that, or unable to do that, I become sick and eventually die, collapse. So to be successful, to be healthy, every part of my body have to work together as one. And the same with the organization, you know, the CEO, managers, staff, supervisor, security guard. To be successful, they have to work together as one. The family, the same. Mother, father, children have to work together as one. And the stronger they work together as one, the stronger the system, the more successful they get. So now, number 4 is self-regulation. This unity is very fragile, very easy to break apart, right? And if you break apart, the system fails. So it must be protected. It's protected by self-regulation. My heart have to self-regulate its heartbeat. My body have to regulate the temperature, and if they cannot do that, I become sick. So a healthy body, a successful body, is the one that can self-regulate. So in organization, for example, even the CEO have to self-regulate, the manager have to self-regulate, even the security guard have self-regulate. And if they do that, the system, the company grow, right? And this is the same in the forest, the ocean, must self-regulate. Then, if you're able to do this 4, change, continually improving, have many different things and work together as one and can self-regulate. Now it can do number 5 with this expansion. Expansion is life creating more life, right? Company produce more branches and franchising. These are all expansion. This is where the greatest success come from, right? But first they have to be able to do this first 5 properly before they can do number 5. For example, if a company cannot self-regulate, cheating the customer or don't have a good relationship with internally and externally with the customer, they cannot franchise, they cannot grow. So that is this is why I'm very excited, because with this 5 principle, I can teach people how to be good father and mother. I can teach people how to become a good student, a good manager, all one single law, because all of us part of the universe.